Welcome to English Idioms and Idiomatic Expressions. Part 02. Bury one's head in the sand. If you bury your head in the sand, you refuse to face the unpleasant reality by pretending that the situation doesn't exist. It's no good burying your head in the sand. We've got a problem on our hands. Bury the hatchet. When people who have had a disagreement decide to forget their quarrel and become friends again, they bury the hatchet. I didn't agree with my colleague's decision, but for the sake of peace I decided to bury the hatchet. Butter somebody up. When you butter someone up, you flatter them or you are very nice to them, especially if you want to obtain something. He was so keen to get the job that he spent his time buttering up the boss. Call someone's bluff. If you call someone's bluff, you challenge them to do what they threaten to do, while believing that they will not dare to do it. After the neighbor's threats to demolish the fence, when Jack decided to call his bluff, there were no more complaints. Call it quits. When people temporarily stop doing something or put an end to an activity, they call it quits. Okay, we're all exhausted, so let's call it quits for today. Call a spade a spade. A person who calls a spade speaks openly and truthfully about something, especially difficult matters. What I like about the new manager is that he calls a spade a spade. It makes things so much easier for everyone. Cap in hand. If you do something cap in hand, you ask for something in a very respectful manner. They went to the teacher, cap in hand, and asked for more time to complete their project. Disappear, vanish into thin air. If someone or something disappears or vanishes into thin air, they vanish totally and completely in a mysterious way, without leaving a trace. I don't know how to contact my former colleague. After he was fired, he vanished into thin air. Dive in headfirst. If you begin something enthusiastically, without thinking about the possible consequences, you dive in headfirst. Tony accepted the project without realizing how much time it would take. He always dives in headfirst. Do a disappearing act. If someone does a disappearing act, they simply vanish, especially if they have done something wrong or dishonest. Just before the police arrived, the suspect did a disappearing act. Do a moonlight flit. Someone who does a moonlight flit leaves a place quickly and in secret, usually to avoid paying debts. Just before the rent was due, he did a moonlight flit. Do more harm than good. If the effect of an action is more damaging than helpful, it does more harm than good. Giving him money did more harm than good, he spent it on alcohol. Do a good turn. If you do someone a good turn, you act in a helpful way. Mike is a great guy, always ready to do a good turn. The done thing. The correct way to behave in a particular social situation is called the done thing. Wearing jeans to play golf is not the done thing. See you on Part 03.